All right, we got our favorite warmonger positions going on right now. North Korean officials lashed out on Sunday, calling President Biden's comments about U.S. North Korea relations during a Wednesday speech hostile policy. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this person's name. I always feel bad when there's some individual from a foreign country that has a name I usually can't state. So I'm going to have my computer pronounce this. Computer, how do you pronounce this person's name?
Kwon Young-gun.
Okay, Kwon Young-gun, Director General of the Department of U.S. Affairs of the Foreign Ministry, responded to Biden's remarks about North Korea's nuclear threat to a joint session of Congress on Wednesday. Kwon said in a statement that Biden's speech clearly reflects his intent to keep enforcing the hostile policy toward the DPPK. I'm sorry, I have my glasses on. The DPRK. I have them on, but not where they're useful, as it has been done by the U.S. for over half a century. During his address, Biden said that Iran and North Korea's nuclear programs present serious threats to American security and the rest of the world. We're going to be working closely with our allies to address the threats posed by both of these countries through diplomacy as well as stern deterrence. Kwon added that the suggestion of diplomacy is intended to cover up hostile acts. Kwon said that North Korea will be compelled to press for corresponding measures, and with time, the U.S. will find itself in a very grave situation. It's like a mob boss. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said Friday that the Biden administration would take a calibrated, practical approach to North Korea after finishing its policy review. The administration wants to go for complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, the press secretary added. Biden's predecessor, former President Trump, engaged in unprecedented meetings with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un during his tenure in the White House. So, this is my thing, right? I think the U.S. This is just a position I've had. I think the U.S. and North Korea should just sign some kind of peace talk that has to deal with both sides deterring their own nuclear programs, because like North Korea is not actively plotting to harm the U.S. They're like a lot of their entire rhetoric for North Korea being a threat is because they have weaponry that we want. Just Kim Jong-un is a dictator, yeah, but he's not screwing with us. I think Biden would have been way better off, and again, I didn't watch the speech live anyway, if he had just said, North Korea is a very powerful country, and we want to work with them to ensure that there is peace between us because we would prefer not to have someone of such strength as an opponent or as anything but an ally. I guarantee if he said that, you would not be reading the statement here. I told you that the U.S. politicians are like just a myriad of fake tough guys. Like stern deterrence. What does that even mean? And that's why I said I always hate speeches like this, because they're really good about rhetoric, right? Oh man, he sounds like such a elite scholar as he talks about uh, dealing with the threats posed by both North Korea and Iran with diplomacy as well as stern deterrence. But again, he doesn't explain what the hell that means, and he allows himself to be opened up to have his words interpreted in the way that this man is doing here. So I agree with him. I think that they probably will do hostile policy, because remember, a lot of people weren't upset because Trump went and met with the leader of North Korea and had a civilized discussion with this man like statesman. They were crying and pissing their pants because he legitimized the dictator, which is the most insane thing I've ever seen. If you, do you believe this country is dangerous, wouldn't you want your head of state to try to calmly quell tensions between the two of you? Like, so I agree with this man. I already said that, this is why I don't like Biden's speeches. They don't give you any policy. They're just mealy mouth word salad, and his words are open to interpretation by this man because he says nothing while saying everything in his speeches. Nothing of substance and a whole bunch of fluff.